Bruv, the inquest is starting right now, bruv. I don't know how we've lost this final, but I need to break this down because this is mad, bruv. This is absolutely mad. I've got so much to say, but before I begin, I need everybody to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share this video when you're done. Pros Only TV, you already know what we're doing. But let's begin, man. Manchester United have lost the Europa League final against Villarreal. I think it was, what is it? Is it 11-10 on penalties? De Gea missing the decisive penalty. But let's begin, man. Let's break this down. Like, all right. So the games ended 1-1, right? But let's start off. Lineups. The lineup was De Gea in goal as we expected. Like, Henderson wasn't going to get into this side. Cool. Bailly starting ahead of Axel alongside Lindelof. Then you've got Wan-Bissaka, Shaw as normal. Now, Pogba in the pivot. Yeah, like, how have we gone backwards to Pogba in the pivot? I heard before the game, I thought Fred was injured in the warm-ups or something like that, so he didn't make the starting 11. He was on the bench, but it looks like he was fit, I guess. From what I saw, he looked fit. So how come we go in Pogba in the pivot? Right? So we've just regressed backwards to where we were. Like before, it was all like we were cool with Pogba off the left and all of that. And like you see this, yeah, this is the reason why Ollie's not a top manager. Yeah, like he doesn't have balls, innit? Like why should Rashford start the game when like we've seen over the last 3 months he's not been on form. He's even injured, yeah, and it's basically negligence at this point, right? But Pogba's starting in the pivot. Rashford starts on the left hand side in his favourite position. It's mad. Like, just so he could shoehorn everybody in, and it's like, you're showing your cards way too early in the poker game, man. Like, hold some stuff back, man. You could have left Rashford on the bench, or you could have left Greenwood on the bench and played Rashford off the right, if you wanted to keep Rashford in the side, and then bring Greenwood on when you need a goal. Didn't do that. Alright, cool. So all the cards are out on the table now, and so now your plans have been revealed. The bench is mad weak, and you don't even trust anybody on the bench, so you won't even bring anybody on. But we're gonna get onto that. Now, McTominay, yeah, out of all the players on the pitch who started the game, he actually played the best. He was like, he was the best of a bad bunch. Like, to be honest, like he was trying everything he could. Like, he's very limited as a footballer. People who rate him, cool, that's you. Me, I think he's a squad player, but he actually tried everything. He was bursting forward with the ball, kept carrying the ball, was trying to pass, trying to move, trying to do something, like trying to make something. He's not a creative player, and we shouldn't be relying on man to be making these runs and like trying to just force something. Like, it's mad. Like, I just don't understand it, man. I mean, but the game itself, it was like, you know, Villarreal had little pockets where they would attack, you know, when we'd lose the ball or give the ball away, they would have it. But then that first goal, right, that Villarreal scored, yeah, and they're the ones that took the lead even, right? It's a free kick. As usual, we cannot defend set pieces. Throughout this whole season, we still can't defend set pieces. And Ollie, when we conceded in another game, like before in the season, he was like, oh, it's something that we have to look at. What do you need to look at, bruv? Like, you can see it. Do you not take the tapes, yeah, and watch them back the day after the games? Like, how do you not know that we're not good at set pieces? And how come you can't sort it out on training field? Bruv, it's mad, bruv. So, and on that, right, Luke Shaw's lost his man. He's running in front of running in between Bailly and Lindelof, and then there's some weak challenge to try and like stop the ball from coming in, or to finding the player. I'm thinking to myself, bruv, like, you man, yeah, stop watching the man, watch the ball and attack the ball, bruv. Like, what is this, bruv? But man, I don't even know what to say, man. It's just mad. Like, that just made me mad. Just seeing, because obviously on the replay, that's the thing. We saw Shaw lost his man on the replay, but when you're looking at it in real time, you're focusing on where the ball is going, and you can see Lindelof putting in some half-hearted challenge. You're saying to yourself, bruv, get out of my club. I don't want to see you here anymore. Next season, he shouldn't even be there. Like, everyone gassing up Luke Shaw. He had a poor game today. Average season. He's had an average time since he's been at United, 7 years, and this is his first real like decent season, and everyone's gassing him up, bro. Mediocrity, all of you lot. If you gas him up, yeah, you're all part of the mediocrity squad. I don't care. But yeah. So then we go in half time, 1-0 down. You're thinking to yourself, one set piece, and then we're losing the game. When, to be honest, we didn't have many chances, but we tried, innit? We tried to do something. And then, yeah, we're into the second half, and we're now at this point, we're trying to control the game, and we are really controlling the game. Villarreal didn't really offer anything. Emery was sitting back because he knew exactly what to do against Manchester United. He's been watching us. He knows that if you sit back against Manchester United, we can't break down a low block, and you can hit them on the counter-attack. That's what he was trying to do with us. and basically Ollie fell for it. Like, he's getting schooled by Good Evening, yeah. Like, and even though I think that Good Evening is a better manager than Ollie, like, and especially in this tournament, this is his tournament. This is now his 4th time winning it, so he's not a joker, like. But yeah, so that's happened now, and then now we go into the second half. We're pressing, we're probing, we're trying to push for this, but like, we're not really getting anywhere. And then we get a goal out of nothing. Literally, like, it's a mad little scramble in the box after a corner from Luke Shaw, and then we score via Cavani. So he gets his goal, and then it's like, all right, cool. Now we can build up. We've built our base. Now let's push on and try and get this winner before the 90 minutes is up. And it's just like the game just petered out. And I think that's not down to just United. I think Villarreal also were trying to take this thing out of the game. Then there was a flurry of substitutions in the second half for Villarreal. So then that just slowed down the momentum of the game and didn't give us a chance to keep going. And it's all experience, man. Like, an experienced manager like that knows exactly what to do. Especially him winning this tournament. He knows exactly what to do to try and stop the attacks that may be coming from United as they're chasing the winner. So he knew what he was doing, man. I mean, like, let's talk on Rashford, man. Like, bruv, this guy, he is the result of when you give somebody too much too early. Like, this guy, yeah, he's burst onto the scene at Manchester United. What is it, 5 years ago? I guess it's like 5 years ago now. And he wasn't even supposed to be involved in that game. Because of a spate of injuries, he comes into the side. He scores 2 on his debut. The next game, he scores another 2, I believe. Right? Cool. And then he goes on a run and he's scoring goals and he's contributing into the side and all of that. Cool. Like, I think the moment that they gave him this number 10 shirt, it was over for him. Like, because at that point, you've propelled yourself. Now you're a first teamer. Like, and now all the pressure's on your back because there's all these players that have worn that number 10 shirt. Rooney, Van Nistelrooy. Like, they've all worn this number 10 shirt. So now that pressure's on your back. And at a 20-year-old getting that shirt, now it's like you're here and you're established, right? And technically, the guy is not that good. Like, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with it, I don't care. Like, I see him head down whenever he gets the ball, head down. He's not looking up to try and find anybody. He's just trying to run into space. He's always trying to dribble when there's 2 man on him. Like, if he can't see it for himself that there's 2 man on him, the coaching staff should be telling him, like, yo, like, every time you get the ball, there's always going to be people doubling up on you. So release the ball as quickly as possible. I don't know why nobody's telling him that. Like, why are people trying to big him up? Like, trying to make him think like he's Ronaldo, yeah, at United when he was there. When, like, he's not even that. He's Welbeck, bruv. He's literally Welbeck, bruv. Like, and if he wants to be a better player, you can do all the extra training you want. But there needs to be coaching and guidance in young players because we forget he's only 23 years old. So there should be some coaching and guidance there so that he can become a better player. Like, and this is why it's always going to fall back on the manager and the coaching stuff. Because when you look at a 23-year-old Raheem Sterling, you look at how he's progressed under Pep. There's stories of Pep telling him to he put lines on the training field and told him, do not leave this zone when the ball comes in. This is why you see Raheem Sterling perform at a higher level when he plays for City, and then when you take him out of that City side and put him in the England side, he looks lost. But I mean, yeah, Rashford was poor today. Yes, he's carrying an injury, but I'm not giving him that excuse because that's on him. He should be able to say within himself, he's old enough to say, my body's not feeling right. I don't feel like I can play. I need to take a rest. I need to take an operation if I need one, and then rest and get yourself and recover and then recoup, and then you can come back a lot fresher, a lot stronger, a lot sharper. But he's not done that. So I'm not buying this excuse of he's injured and all of this. Something is troubling the guy. And then you add all the added pressure of the stuff outside of football, right? Which I don't know if it's driven by him or if it's his PR team, but let the guy rest, innit? Like, let him rest from everything. I think he's been given way too much way too early, and the pressure is now crumbling him, bro. Like, I think that he needs to work on certain things, or the coaching staff need to work on certain things with him because he needs to get better at some of these things, man. Release the ball quicker. Stop trying to dribble 2-3 man and lose the ball all the time, breaking down the attacks. We don't need that. Like, in moments, he's amazing. But when it comes to the overall game across 90 minutes, consistency across the season, what can I say? You end this season with a bag of goals and assists. But in terms of your performances, I can't sit here and pick out one where it was like amazing. And I was like, yes. And then he's been doing that 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 every single. I can't say that. I can say he's had some 8 out of 10 games and he's had a 4. You know, today he was like a 2. Like, it's mad. So something needs to change, and I don't even think he needs to go to the Euros. Like, I think he should be done with the, like, he should just sit the summer out. Like, he's been doing too much. Let him sit the summer out, rest, recharge, come back fresh next season. But we all know that's not going to happen. Gareth Southgate's going to pick him for England. He's going to go play for England. England are going to flop. There's going to be more pressure on his head. He's going to come back next season not rested, short pre-season, straight into another season. And he's going to do his goals and assists, I guess, because there's not, like, because that's all he can really do. But the performances are still not going to match. And boy, I don't know what to say on that, man. But now on Oli, bruv. Oli, oh my days, bruv. 100 minutes and no substitution, bruv. And then when it's time to do the sub, bruv, you bring on Pastor Fred. Nah, you're mad. You're on crack, bruv. Oli's on crack. I don't understand this guy. Like, they're saying that he doesn't trust his squad, yeah? Like, the people that sit on the bench. So the first 11, he knows it, it's cool, he trusts them. But everybody else, he doesn't trust. Come on now. Like, all them players are fresh, you know, because this season you ain't rotated. So all them players are fresh and they could offer you something. Like, where's Mata, bruv? Where's Ahmad? You paid 37 million for him. Van de Beek, you paid 34 million for him. You mean you don't trust him? But we've been seeing this guy balling out for Ajax over the last 2-3 years. So what do you mean, bro? Like, why are these guys not starting? Why are the guys not starting or even coming on in games? I don't get it, bro. Like, bringing on Daniel James, Fred, takes Pogba off, like, and Pogba, all you needed to do was bring Fred on, take Rashford or Greenwood off, and nah. The Greenwood thing, yeah. Greenwood played better than Cavani and Rashford today. Like, he put in more effort and he did more than Cavani and Rashford today. And then he goes off first. Rashford stays on the whole game pretty much until he comes off. Like, well, no, he didn't even come off. He took a pen. So he didn't even come off. He stayed on the whole time, bro. Like, it's just annoying, man. When I see that, I'm just saying to myself, like, Greenwood always gets the short end of the stick. Literally, every single game, Greenwood comes off. And then and Rashford will stay on, even though he's had a better game than him. Like, it's mad, man. I just don't understand it. But that, like, him not making no substitutions, like, nobody can use those aren't his signings as an excuse. The players are there, so you use them. Doesn't matter if you like them or not, because all the other managers, they would freeze out the ones previously, Mourinho, Van Gaal. They would freeze out the people they don't want in the side, right? But everybody else, because you can't just leave yourself short. Because if you're gonna just play 11 players and then trust maybe 1 or 2, and then you've got a squad of 25 and you don't use them, then what's gonna happen? All your first 11 is going to get tired. People are going to break down and get injuries. And then all you're going to have to do is fall back on the people that you don't actually trust. So why not just use them anyway? They're football players. Like, they're fit. They're healthy. Use them. Rotate. Like, try and utilize them in your squad. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, and that all falls on the manager. Like, he's not done the right things he needs to do to be able to rotate that squad properly. He's not making substitutions in games to change. And that's the thing. That's where he earns his money. He earns his money when we are down and out and you need to have some sort of inspiration. It comes from the manager. Like, he has to be on the touchline and he has to be making sure that he's analysing the game in a way that if I can see what's going wrong, I got to look to my bench. I got to change my tactics up so that I can actually get something out of this game. And he's not done that. Like, I've not seen him do that really. I think he does things off the whim. He thinks that this is still the 1990s Sir Alex Ferguson times, bro, where he thinks he can just do things on a freestyle and then boom, we're gonna get a result. No, it's not that, man. You got to do a lot more now. Now in the game, it's very, very analytical. Like, and when you look at some of the top clubs in Europe and across the world, right, they've got some very, very high level of analytics here going on that helps their managers, coaches make these types of decisions. It's not supposed to all just fall on your head. Like, why he consults Michael Carrick here all the time, I don't get that either. Like, Michael Carrick is a 3-year, this is his 3rd year as a coach, bro. Like, he's not going to give you no real advice, man. Like, for me, like, if I'm talking about Oli in itself, right, like, I think that he's done. Like, this is now, you're in your 3rd year, you're about to enter into now this 3rd season that you're at the club, regardless of what signings you got or you didn't get, because you're not going to get everybody you like, right? You have failed. Like, because I'm not trying to hear next season that this is another season where you have to trust the process and we're going to try and be better than last season, because next season, your only place you can go is 1st place in the league, and you have to be able to come out your group of the Champions League. You have to win a trophy, though. That's the one thing that I want trophies. Like, he needed this trophy today. Like, and he didn't get it. He didn't do his utmost to get this trophy today. So 3 years without a trophy at the club, it's dusted. You're done. Like, you can't be here because the 2 previous managers had arguably worse squads and both of them won trophies. Mourinho came second in the league with more points than you, bruv. So, like, regardless of how people feel about Mourinho and what you think he's done for the club and how toxic he is and how he's finished and all of that, he still did better than Oli, like, in terms of points. And he came second and matched that achievement. And he did it with arguably worse squad. And one that was obviously in disharmony, according to everybody who's saying that, even though you weren't in the dressing rooms and that. So I mean, like I don't want to hear the gas about this is progress, because it's not progress. He didn't win a trophy. He needed to win the trophy. This is now 3 years in, and like, we measure managers and players by the medals that they win, the trophies that they win, and the fact that he's not won any, that's on him. Like, he's not pushed the squad to the maximum ability that it could have. Like, he could have. The whole point of you being a manager or a coach is to squeeze out as much as you can out of these players. Like, there's levels and gears that Pogba could go up. There's levels and gears that most of these squad players could go up. There's a level and gear that Rashford could go up. There's a level and gear that Bruno could go up. But, you know, everybody's happy with this kind of level. Like, everybody's happy, and you saw them before the game when they were training yesterday. Man, were doing up capoeira, bruv. I'm seeing Tellez and Fred doing capoeira, bruv. Eddie Gordo Tekken, yeah, bruv. What are you doing, man? We're supposed to be a serious game. If it was me, yeah, me as a man, if I'm a manager or a player, I'd rather hate my job, yeah, and hate playing football for a manager, but know that he's got a mentality to make me win. Like, I'd rather that. I'd rather the manager be a bastard, yeah. But we know, yeah, that if I trust him, he's going to make me win. That's what I want. I don't want somebody coming there doing smiling and joking and let's go play PS5 and be hugging and smiling with me, yeah. But then when we go out on the pitch now, he's leaving me out to dry, and then I'm looking at him and he's like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't want that, bruv. I want a bastard, bruv. Somebody don't tell me, like, you're going to be talking to me like I'm shit, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm going to win because I can trust him, and he knows exactly what he needs to do to win the game, and he's going to tell me exactly what to do to win the game. It's mad, man. So, like, you got to talk about Emery, man. Like, big up to Emery, because, like, he's now won this 4 times. He's been doubted. Like, he got sacked from Arsenal. Good evening. We're doing all of this, yeah, but he's done it again, bruv. And, like, he knew exactly what to do against United. Sat deep and made sure that that United couldn't break them down. And, like, they didn't even offer anything in the game. They just did that the whole game. There was literally a few attacks that they had in the first half and second half. They got their goal, and that was it. Like, sharp shot. And, like, he knew, he was confident. I bet you that they were confident they were going to win the pens, because, to be honest, even the whole Spanish, the Spanish and the people in Europe, yeah, boy, they practice penalties like it's nothing. So they were comfortable technically with it. That's why you can see them, their central defenders, even their keeper, top corners, bro, with these penalties, man. It's mad. So, yeah, man, like, in terms of the season now, yeah, like, I'm looking at this season and I'm saying it's a 5 out of 10. It's literally a 5 out of 10. I don't care about second place. Like, I want to see Man United winning trophies. Like, I feel like we were top of the table at Christmas. We were top of the table at the beginning of the new year, and it all fell apart. And, like, when you look at it at the end of the season, I'm not going to go too much into it because I'm going to do a season review after this. But, 11 draws in the league, that's way too many. And when you think about some of the draws that we had, the West Brom draw comes to mind, the Liverpool one when they were on the ropes, when we was at Anfield, the draws against Chelsea and City at home, you win those now, it's 12 points if you win all of those, and then we're level on points with City, do you know what I mean? And then you need an extra win here, don't lose here, and turn a draw into a win, and then all of a sudden you're clearing them. So it's a 5 out of 10 season for me. If we had won the Europa League, it would have been 6 out of 10, because even then we shouldn't have been in the Europa League in the first place. We were in the Champions League. So for me, it's a 5 out of 10 season. But, like, even this defeat, yeah, like, and this setback, now it's even making me think about some of the players. Like, so you're looking at Paul Pogba. You're saying to yourself, now he hasn't signed that contract. I don't think the contract's been offered, and I think that the club and him, I don't think that people are saying he's happy. I don't think he's happy. I don't think he wants to just sit down and just do this for the rest of his career. Like, to be honest with you, like, I think he goes this summer just off of this setback. Like, and then now you're looking at Bruno. Bruno might be looking at this situation and thinking, bro, I'm not signing this new contract. Like, he already signed a 5-year. What is he? He's 2 years in now. He might not even want to stay here for a little bit longer. Like, he might say, I want to leave because I don't want to be a part of this. And, like, there's some of the other players in the side. I mean, obviously there's Mata, there's Matic, players like that need to leave. De Gea, I don't think De Gea wants to stay at the club anymore. Like, he's done too. So I don't know what to do about that, man. Like, I think all of this, man, is just it's just a large setback, man. It's just a large setback. I don't think the club have moved forward or have progressed the way that people have been bigging it up. Like, it's just so mad. And like, the bad thing about it is that we're not acting like a top club right now. This guy has not won a trophy in the 3 seasons he's been here. You can say we've had incremental progress in terms of the league and our league position and points and whatever, and like the mood around the general place, but he's not progressed the club like the way some of us would have expected, man. And at this point, you can't just stick with somebody like that when there's managers now out there available. Conte's left Inter. Zidane, breaking news, Zidane has left, has decided to leave Real Madrid. You got 2 world-class managers there who've won trophies. Like, I would rather bring one of them in, to be honest, and because they're available, bring them in. Like, because you don't know what effect that could have on the squad. And it's also going to get rid of some of this really crap mentality that we've got at the club, man. Like, I don't want to see man smiling in that, man, like, after defeats. Like, I'm seeing Oli smiling after defeats when, like, you should be angry, bro. Like, I'm not trying to see that, man. Like, the whole thing's dusted, man. Look, alright, bro. Season review is coming later, like, probably on the weekend. But I need everybody to like this video, subscribe to the channel, Pros Only TV, follow the socials coming up next. I'm going to give you more content. I'm going to keep this rolling. But that's me signing out. Peace.